This video is going to be about overthinking your transaction and the flow of the paperwork and the deal a little bit along the way. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to take a minute and like the video. Don't forget to join our YouTube channel as well and make any comments you might have below. We'll do our best to respond to those. I see a lot of investors overthink transactions, try to overstructure a deal, and the problem is they don't know the flow of the paperwork appropriately. And you need to know what it is you're trying to accomplish exactly, and then understand how you can accomplish that. And I get a lot of times this is trial and error, and this is how you learn the business as well, is by making the effort. I get the chance to review this and help clients through making better decisions along the way. You need to know what it is your back-end strategy is going to be. For instance, if your strategy is to be a fix and flip transaction, maybe a rental transaction, or you're going to live in a home, and you bought this home using a subject to scenario, sometimes we may want to think about putting that into a land trust. Great. Well, on the flip side, maybe you're thinking about putting that property into a wraparound mortgage on the back end. And do I want to utilize a trust or not? And one of the things I'm always thinking about is, of course, that due on sale clause, trying to minimize exposure of that the best I can. And I don't have any objection to using a land trust, which really doesn't do much. It's not a solution for the due on sale clause. It's only a solution to help maybe disguise it to a small degree. But every little bit helps, so that I can convey the property sub to into my trust. I either fix and flip it, I can rent it from the trust, whatever it might be, and it may be advantageous to do that in those scenarios. On the flip side, maybe I want to sell my property using a wraparound mortgage of some type. And in that case, I don't oftentimes recommend putting it into a land trust, as the moment you do a wrap loan on the back end, you have violated due on sale again. But if you want to accomplish that, you can, but you've got to go from the seller into a corporate entity, then that corporate entity does the wraparound into the land trust. So it adds a whole nother step. It adds a whole nother closing into the transaction, as opposed to just a singular closing. And what the problem with that is the investor marketplace doesn't want to pay for two closings, they only want to pay for one. And I understand that completely out there, but you've got to understand there's a whole lot of additional paperwork that has to be put together for a transaction like that. And so what I'm getting at with all of this is an understanding of the deal. What is it I'm trying to accomplish and why? How am I going to go from point A to point B to point C to point D? And what is the end game? Think through the paperwork, think through the flow of the transaction, think through the flow of the money. It's going to flow as well. And it will help you put your deal together and help you structure it and hopefully avoid problems downstream. So if you found this video helpful, take a minute and like the video. Don't forget to join our YouTube channel as well, and make any comments below. We'll do our very best to answer those for you.